Hello, my beautiful boys and ghouls. Just doing a quick check-in, as I said I would, on the lipstick and concealer that we wore today. But first off, I'm gonna get in close here. I wore the ColourPop No Filter foundation today, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this on camera, but can you guys see how badly that sunk into the lines on my face? Like this little spot right here. Um, I don't have much of a crease there, and there is so much foundation caked into that little spot. It's ridiculous. But that's not what this is about. We were checking in on the concealer. Honestly, the concealer creased a little bit. That was the Bliss concealer, but nothing compared to the way the foundation creased today. I'm going to try this foundation one more time with a different primer, and honestly, if it does not work, I will be decluttering it because this is just absolutely ridiculous how bad it creased into my lines. And these lines are deep, but usually I don't have, like, I can see all the product actually caked into that line as well as this line here on my forehead, and it's just a little excessive. But anyway, what we really want to talk about, let me put you down here, is the Rimmel Stay Satin Liquid Lip in the shade Have a Cow. I put this on around 2 o'clock, 2:30 today, and honestly, I think it looks pretty darn good for almost 10 hours of wear. It still feels very comfortable on the lips. It's not dry. There is a little bleeding around the edges here and here. I did not wear a lip liner today, just a simple lip primer, and I honestly think it still looks halfway decent. And another thing, while I was at work today, I got a package in the mail, and I've been looking forward to checking out some new indie brands this year and brands that I find on Instagram. And this palette's come up quite a few times in my recommended. So we have the Maelstrom palette from De'Lanci Cosmetics. I figured I would check it out, see what all the fuss was about. This palette, it is cruelty free, but it is not vegan. It does contain carmine, unfortunately. It says it has a 12-month shelf life. It is made in China, so I'm not sure how it's claiming to be cruelty free, even though it's made in China, unless it's just shipped here. There is one cool thing I saw. There is a batch number as well as the shelf life and an actual expiration date on the package. So according to this, the palette is good until 6/26/2021, which is far longer than the 12 months they say it is. But hey, I'm not too worried about it with my powders. Honestly, I don't pay as much attention as I should to dates like that. It does have a decent mirror inside the package. And then these are your shades here. There is a pressed glitter, as you can see in this palette. And we're going to swatch the top row and then the bottom row. So we are going to start out with the shade Era. We're going to do finger swatches and brush swatches. So this is the shade Era as a finger swatch. It actually looks pretty nice. I don't know how well you can see it on camera because it is similar to my skin tone. Just taking, this is just a little crummy little brush, which honestly, it looks quite similar with the brush swatch to the finger swatch, which is quite nice. The next shade is Galaxia. Ooh, that's really pretty. That's a purple with a duochrome. It doesn't look highly pigmented. It is a little light and kind of topper. It looks kind of like a topper shade. But it is just packed with a blue reflect. The next shade is Lost. And that is Lost as a finger swatch. I'm just using my color switch here off camera to kind of clean off the brush versus changing brushes. Ooh, that one doesn't apply quite as well with a brush. That is Lost. Top swatch is finger swatch. Bottom swatch is going to be the brush swatch. The next shade is Rice Paper. Oh, that one swatched beautifully. So that is Rice Paper. And with a brush, it applies almost nicer. That's the shade Rice Paper. The next shade is actually the glitter. It's called Spackles. That's a little weird name, but... And obviously this one we're going to do a little different. It feels very nice, but we're just going to pat that on. This is without a glitter primer. And the shade is quite pretty, but there is a lot of kick up when I was swatching it in the pan. So that is Sparkles. Let's go ahead and give this a bit more of a moment. I've got just a little glitter primer here, and we will go ahead just for this and just for this shade, because it is a glitter. We'll put some of the glitter primer down and see how it goes over the glitter primer. That's really pretty. That is the glitter. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with that glitter, and there is still a decent little amount on my finger as well. Go ahead and put this guy up. We don't need to do this. And then the last shade we're actually going to do on the top here. This is the shade Dark Horse. It's a black with a, it's got a bit of a, rainbow. It's not a holographic glitter, but it's kind of a rainbow myriad of glitter. And does not swatch as well with the brush, but that's okay. We all know things can perform differently on our eyeballs. And we'll do a wipe test. And even just on my finger, the wipe test with the black is very, very dark. Let's start up here. So yeah, that black, both the black and the red are highly, highly pigmented. Obviously that glitter is going to hang out there because that's where we put the glitter primer, and there's definitely some staining just from the glitter without the glitter primer. It's just obviously not hanging in there. So the black is very staining. A lot of the other shades, with the exception of Rice Paper and Dark Horse, came off pretty doggone well, honestly. And then we will go in on our other arm. Again, no primer or anything on my arm. So this is the first shade, and this is Wasteland. I like that color. That color is really pretty. This is one of the mattes. It swatches, it goes on really nice with the brush as well. And then we have a Mermaid, which is a shimmer. That's Mermaid. And then Mermaid with a brush. And we will be using this palette most likely tomorrow. Is it me, or is that going on a lot darker with the brush? Let's try that again. Yeah, I didn't clean the brush in between. I thought I might have. So this is Mermaid when it's finger swatched, and then this one here is Mermaid with the brush. That was my fault, you guys. Sorry about that. The next shade is going to be Diva, which is a purple shimmer. That one doesn't go on quite as nicely with the brush. So that is Diva, and then Diva with a brush. The next shade is going to be Mystery, and that looks kind of like a shimmer shade, but not quite so glittery. It goes on fairly matte, honestly. And I have no idea what I'm going to do with this tomorrow. And it does not swatch hardly at all with a brush. So that is Mystery. And then the brush of Mystery. And then we're going to go in again on this arm to do the last two colors. So that is Tempter. And then Tempter with as a brush swatch right here. And finally we have the shade Stroke, which looks like it's a matte burgundy color. So that is Stroke. And then Stroke with the brush is nice as well. So that is all the colors in this De'Lanci Maelstrom palette. We will put it to the test. Hopefully tomorrow I'll try to do it on camera, but if not, I might play around with it a little bit. So we shall see how all that works out. Let me go ahead and do, this is a wipe test for those two shades. Both purple shades seem to be staining. This was the Stroke Burgundy shade, and this was Tempter. So both of those stained. And all of these seem to be. Honestly, these ones didn't wipe off quite as bad. You've got a little bit left over from Wasteland, and they all have a slight pinky hue, but nothing that's would be too noticeable, with the exception of Dark Horse and Rice Paper were the two that seemed to be the two that would really stick around and stain. So that is all we have today, guys. That's the swatches of the De'Lanci Maelstrom palette. We will be working with it hopefully tomorrow, and I will see you beauties then. Mwah.